So I was just scrolling through my timeline on Twitter and I came across this article right here from the Atlanta Black Star, where you have this man right here whose name is Philip Evans, and he was basically confronted by this Karen. I swear, Karen does not know how to mind her business to save her life, and usually it puts other people's lives in danger. So basically, he had the cops called on him because he was basically driving a nice car. And she assumed that it wasn't his and that he was stealing, the usual spill. So let me just get into it. A black man was at a grocery store in Salone, Ohio, in a suburban Cleveland, when a woman called 911 on him because she thought he was acting strangely. The typical thing, oh, I saw a black man probably with nice things or a nice thing, and he just had to be suspicious. Philip Evans, age 35, was at the Salone Giant Eagle supermarket on September 18th when he realized the woman was pointing her phone at him. I'm like, is this lady videoing me? Evans asked, recounting the incident to Cleveland 19 News. The caller told the 911 operator that there was a black man looking around loading groceries into a brand new SUV Infiniti. That's what struck her interest, is that this guy was driving a nice vehicle, and that he was going real slow and acting real funny. Salone police said the woman called 911 because she could not see a license plate on the car and thought it might be stolen. That's none of her business. I'm very sure that he had a license plate there, but she was staring at his vehicle so hard. I know she wouldn't have done this if this was a white guy. The woman followed Evans in her own vehicle as he left the grocery store parking lot. I looked in my rear view and see the same car behind me. I'm like, okay, does this lady have a problem with me? Evans said. He said he believes he was racially profiled by the woman because he was a black man driving a nice car. Moments later, police pulled Evans over. The officer told him to move his temporary plate, which was in the back window, to a more visible spot. He said the interaction with the officer went smoothly, but that he knows it could have been much worse. It's a scary thought, thinking I wasn't going to make it home to my kids, he said. I hope you get them, the woman said before the call, before the 911 call that she made. He said people shouldn't act on their prejudices or judge people based on their color of their skin. Earlier this year, New Jersey made it illegal to make a false 911 call based on race, and cities like San Francisco and Grand Rapids, Michigan have proposed similar laws. But look at what she said. I hope you get him. The venom behind the words in which she spoke and chose to use when it came to going after this black man who was driving a nice car because he had his license plate in his rearview mirror, which was a temporary plate, which means he just most likely just bought that vehicle. And he's right. It could have gone a whole lot worse. She could have had him get hemmed up or worse that day. And it's scary when you are a black man, especially if you have a family to go home to, and then stuff like this happens. And then on top of that, let's say that she was successful in her conquest and getting this man dealt with in her eyes. This would have been over the news, and they could have over embellished the heck out of this story and turned him into the bad guy. It could have went from, oh, he had the police called on him unjustly because this white woman thought he was suspicious, to, oh, he actually was stealing this vehicle, or it was stolen, in that he deserved what happened to him. I swear, the stuff that we as black people go through in this establishment every day, it's amazing that many of us have not acted on our impulses, if you get what I mean.